courtside in Madrid, Spain. We start things at the Arnold Classic Europe in the middleweight division with the Doctor, Groch, making his return to the Super Series after a 2-year absence. This man has been working hard. Multiple Polish national champion and a top roll specialist. He will bring the fire. His opponent is a man we've seen many times. The General, H Nentjes, hails from Urk in the Netherlands. 6 feet tall and 89 kilograms. This man is the Dutch national number 3. Before we get things underway, let's have a little look at some of the important rules of the sport. The athletes have 1 minute to get a fair grip. Their elbows must remain on the 7x7 elbow pad throughout the round. The referee can award a running foul during the match, which is a little bit like playing an advantage in soccer. And an athlete on a running foul must win the pin in order to get the restart. 2 consecutive fouls by any athlete loses them the round. He's happy to be back, the Dr. Groch has spent his time working hard and improving his all-around game. His opponent, with his perfect hair, is the General, H Nentjes. This is sanctioned by one of the Nentjes brothers out of Urk, Netherlands, this man.
Okay, let's take this wrist up a little bit. Straighten it out. Keep that there.
Experienced player, need to be quick to deal with the Doctor. Big drive, but he's lost hand control. H Nentjes there was off quite fast by his standards, but he couldn't secure hand and wrist, and we will go into the strap match.
Shoulders in. Ready, go!
Groch known for that speed, and there's an example of it. The Doctor with a blistering first pin. H Nentjes trying to remain calm, but that will worry the Dutchman. Watch this off the start. The wrist and hand control sweetly struck. In fairness to H Nentjes, that was a textbook top roll attack.
Nie mam takiej mega przewagi. Teraz na pasach było spoko, ale teraz no, będą pasy. Okay.
The man from Nisco.
All right, same again. It was a good setup last time, guys.
With
so
an
enormous
drive. That will do his confidence a world of good. He's on his toes. Trying to keep that.
That's good there.
He knew coming in here that speed was his weapon. In his pre-match interview, was talking about how he had the better speed. He looks like he's got the better hand control as well. Transitions across. It's an elbow foul for Nentjes. Ooh, that's harsh from Dan Thomas. He's given the win, and the line judge is questioning it now.
Straighten out here.
And it has been given as a restart, and I think that's fair, to be honest. H Nentjes didn't contest it, but his brother Maynard certainly did. Big drive again from the Doctor. Now Groch there will wait. He won't try and finish too early here because he knows that he's busted open the hand and wrist, and he secures it. 2 pins to the Nisco Viking. Put that on the replay. Nentjes trying to drive across and get into his tricep, but he's nothing on the hand and wrist.
Przyczep świeżbi, no. Tutaj weź, żeby masy.
Dat zodra je naar buiten rijdt, dat je
Both men with their brother working in the corner.
Yeah.
Maynard defending Nentjes there in the corner of Hendrik.
Okay, come over to Hendrik, just a touch.
And
good
Groch in the corner
Shoulders,
of
guys.
his older brother.
Straighten out that wrist, Hendrik.
Nentjes needs something special. He's being run over at the moment, and the hand and wrist control again. Groch. Derek's just in total control on the hand and wrist. Watch this off the start. Sweeps to the back, gains control. Hendrik lucky to keep his elbow on the pad, but he's nowhere to go then. Can't apply any kind of defensive strategy because he's completely exposed and neutralised off the hit. Time to celebrate for the Nisco Vikings.
Let op als je klaar staan. Dat je heel goed langs kunnen kijken. Dat je zijn elleboog gezien. Dus
technical instruction from Maynard the Thing Nentjes to his brother. Needs to drive forward, he says, and to be fair, better position from Hendrik. And for the first time, Hendrik has managed to put the brakes on. Starts to apply that back pressure now, but Groch has exposed the lower fingers, and from there, he'll go to work on his top roll. Tries to bump, can't secure it, but he's in a fantastic position. H Nentjes now has lost his wrist and hand, and this is ominous for the Dutchman. Again, he's no purchase. Groch goes on to the running foul. Big drive. Again, Dan Thomas gives the pin, and I think that's questionable. Surely that's going to be a rematch, and
there.
We're going into the strap. I wouldn't have given that as a pin at all.
Ready?
Questionable decision, big drive, and this time Nentjes sets the hook. For the first time, he has the opportunity to apply some real arm strength into this match. But Derek Groch is no dummy in there either, as you can see. He's going to work and gives himself the opportunity for a reversal if he can hang on to this much longer. Big drive. Look questionable there on the elbow. Needs to watch that. He's already on the runner. Big sweep in. Watch for the second attack. Hendrik goes on to a roll. That's so unfortunate for Henrik Nentjes. He went on to the foul right at the death, and that gives the pin to Derek. Look at his elbow right on the front. And there it pops, and that was the difference. Ordinarily would have been a restart. Bitter misfortune for the man from the Netherlands.
Niet zo te drogen, maar juist af te zetten met je been en zo te trekken uit de zijkant.
Take these finger knuckles down off
It's
of
a
the
black
thumbs.
day for Hendrik, the General Nentjes.
I'm happy with that. Let's just try to straighten these wrists. Keep them straight.
His hair
there.
is fantastic.
Shoulders are good.
His look is
Ready,
awful. Big drive. Nothing secured. We'll go to the strap match. The pole in control.
Good. Keep it there. Straighten that wrist up a little bit.
Just too much hand and wrist, and you can see the
Ready, go!
tenacity and confidence etched on his face, and that's a blistering top roll. Derek Groch secures that one easily. Watch this off the start. Bang! Huge booming hit. No time to react at all for the General. He looks to his brother in the crowd. But unless Maynard can work miracles, this one is written in the history books as a whitewash.
Is dit stok?
Dat zegt hij niet.
You just cannot see him losing this match.
Klopt, die strap. Als de strap omgaat.
Straighten up there.
Round number 6. Maynard Nentjes was telling his brother he needs to drive forward. He does so. He's taken the advice, Hendrik, and he's set the hook. But he's in a terrible position. He's on the B side and nowhere to go to the front. Needs to work off the side pressure. Look at his elbow right on the ragged edge. Needs to stay tight or he'll go on to the running foul. And he's been really driven back. That elbow so close again. Dan Thomas right on top of it. Oh, lost his wrist and hand. He goes onto the runner. And it's the win for the Nisco Viking.